Spettacolo!
Com'è?
Ma spettacolo! Sono troppo contento, veramente uno spettacolo. Ciao a tutti, it's Vittorio from SimpleBaker.com, the blog where we reveal all the tricks and techniques that the pros use to make excellent bread, pizza and focaccia at home. Today I'm gonna show you how to make thin crust pizza, which is, by the way, the only way Italians like it, in 5 minutes a day. The inspiration for this recipe comes from the book Artisan Bread in 5 Minutes a Day. In fact, the secret for a great pizza made at home is a slow rising dough, and then you have to bake it in a very hot oven, like 750 degrees, in less than 2 minutes. Today we're gonna bake our pizza in the Alfa Pizza 4 Pizze brick oven. Alfa Pizza is an Italian brand that makes tremendous ovens with an amazing design and great technology that allows them to reach 750 degrees in 20 minutes and then cook the pizza in less than 2 minutes. Let's warm up the water at around 90 Fahrenheit. Now let's dissolve the yeast in the water. Let's mix it nicely. Now we add half of the flour and we mix it in. When the flour is absorbed in the water, we add the salt. This way the salt does not get in direct contact with the yeast. We mix it in. Now we add the remainder of the flour and we mix it. We're going to mix it literally for less than 1 minute, like this. And here we go. Here's our dough. It's pretty sticky and rough, and this is just the way we want it. The key to this no-knead recipe is that they develop the gluten not by manipulating and folding the dough, but by letting the dough rise for a long time. It's important that the container is big enough to hold the dough when it rises, because it's going to double in volume. Let's cover the dough. The beauty of this recipe is that you can make the dough on a Sunday, put it in the fridge, and then whenever you want a fresh loaf of bread or a nice pizza, you take the dough out, you shape it, you let it rise, you put it in the oven, and you get an excellent homemade bread or pizza. Here is the dough after the first rise. You see it doubled in volume. Now we're going to put it in the fridge for at least 1 day, but also up to 7-10 days. The day you want to make your pizza, you take the dough out of the fridge. Here it is. Sprinkle some flour on the surface of the dough and on your hands, because this dough is very sticky. Now you take pieces of dough of around ½ pound, like this, around 250 grams. And now you fold the dough on itself like this to form a little ball. Now I'm taking this container from the Alfa Pizza Pizzaiolo kit, and I'm spreading some olive oil at the bottom and on the sides. And now you gently put the dough balls into the container. Now we seal it with a cover. Covering the dough during its rising is really important to avoid that the surface dries up, developing a dry crust that will make it really hard to make it flat later on. Now we let the pizza rise again. If you need to, you can slow down the rising process by putting the dough back into the fridge. Now we cover back the leftover dough and we put it back in the fridge. Now we start the oven by putting some paper in the middle with some small pieces of wood, and we light it up. When the smaller wood gets on fire, we put 2 bigger pieces in, like this. Here we go. One of the characteristics of these Alpha Pizza ovens, they get up in temperature really quickly. In less than 5 minutes, they're already at like 400 Fahrenheit. Fantastic. Let's put another piece of wood there. So we have 3 medium-sized pieces of wood in there. Now we put the dough in front of the oven like this, but we'll add some space so that the air and the oxygen can get in. As advertised, the oven reached the temperature of 850 Fahrenheit in less than 20 minutes. Check this out. This is 450 Celsius, which is more than 800 Fahrenheit. Now we move the wood and the ashes to the side. We position a wood holder. Now we put a piece of wood to keep the temperature high, while the center of the oven kind of goes down in temperature so that we can bake the pizza. Now we use this brush, which comes with the pizzaiolo kit from Alpha Pizza, to dust the bottom of the oven, like this. Now the bottom of the oven is between 700 and 750. We're ready to bake the pizza. Now to make it flat, you press in the middle like this. You want to make a real Napoletan pizza with a big border. Once the basic shape is in place, you can start rotating the dough like this, and mostly you're doing a combination of pushing down and pulling a little bit. If it sticks to the bottom, stop and sprinkle some flour, especially when you don't have a lot of experience. That will happen. But if you put some flowers or semolino or corn, you will be able to shape it just fine. One technique that Italian pizzaioli use is to put it on the side of the table like this. This way the weight of the dough kind of stretches the dough, and see, you get your beautiful pizza, nicely, uniformly flat. There you go, you get a perfectly shaped Italian pizza. If you're a beginner, you can put your pizza on a parchment paper that makes it easy to then slide it into the oven. Now you can put your tomato sauce on the pizza. Many people ask me what is the secret of my tomato sauce, and the secret is just tomato sauce. That's the way Italians make it. They don't put much into the sauce itself. All the condiments is put on top. This is a secret that I'm gonna share with you guys. Don't tell anybody. Now you can go to town with the condiment and use your imagination. I'm just gonna make a cheese pizza here for simplicity. I'm gonna start with some shredded mozzarella. And then I top it with some fresh mozzarella, which has more moist and it doesn't dry up in the oven. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. You see, with the parchment paper, it's super easy to slide the pizza on the peel and then deposit it on the bottom of the oven like that. Simple. To pick up the pizza the way the pizzaioli do it, spread some corn flour on the peel, and then with a swift movement you go under the pizza like that. See? And then you come back a little bit, and then another one, and you get your pizza on the peel. Now you put it in the oven with a swift pull. There it is. Look at that thick border, like a true Napoletan pizza. Wow. As soon as you can, you slide the parchment paper out from under the pizza. There you go. You have to keep turning the pizza because the oven is hotter on this side to get a uniform cooked pizza. Some pizzaioli, in the last 30 seconds of the cooking process, they raise it like this to get a nice uniform cooking on the top. Here's our Napoletan pizza in the brick oven. Let's cut it. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. This is the texture that we're looking for in a true Napoletan pizza. And here it is, our fantastic Napoletan pizza made in 5 minutes a day and baked in the Alpha Pizza brick oven. That's it for today. I'll see you for the next recipe on my blog, SimpleBaker.com. Ciao!